Mother. Hello, hi. Hello, my name is Erica LaShawn. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's 6:24 a.m. on 4/6/23. It's April 6, 2023. Yes, it's 6:24 a.m. It is. I'm up. Yep. I'm up. I have a non-traditional working schedule, and that's it. I just be up, and y'all be sleeping. That's it. And then when y'all be working, I'm sleeping, and I go in a coma for 2 days, and I mean it's whatever. So I'm like, I'm up. So I wanted to do something really quick. This will be a short one. I wanted to talk about the PTA. I don't know why. The PTA, the parent teachers. Okay. Let's get it cracking. I got my girl with me. I'm not gonna need her, but just in case. So okay, so the PTA. Why would I do a thing on the a parent teachers? It's what is it? Parent. I thought it was PT, like parent teachers conference, but it's the A is an association, parent teachers association. Back in I was born in 75, so back in my day it was the PTA. It was like we didn't. It was just like the day that your parents went to your school. That's all it meant to me. That's it. So I don't have paper, so you won't hear paper flipping, but I do have my girl on the side, and then I have some stuff to look at. So, all right, the mission statement for the PTA. For those of you that have children, I don't. The mission statement, PTA's mission is to make every child's potential a reality by engaging and empowering families and communities to advocate for all children. That's great. That's awesome. PTA values: collaboration, commitment, diversity, respect, accountability. Basically, that's fine for me. The PTA conference. Well, my mother and father was getting ready, and we about to go up there. They was saying what they was doing. I'm like, oh, PTA was never a good thing for me. I was just like, okay, all right. Now my brother Eric, please, flying colors, flying colors. I remember his report card. Now I don't even know why I remember that. We got in elementary school. We got We got excellent. They checked the boxes. They would check boxes down the row, down the row. It would go from academics, social skills, like athletics, whatever it was. They checked the box: excellent, satisfactory, needs help. My brother Eric always got excellent. I remember. And who showed me? And how did I see it? It was probably laying on the counter, and I saw it. My brother got excellent all the time. I got, excellent, satisfactory, excellent, satisfactory, excellence. I probably got more excellence, but it was a bunch of satisfactories on there, and my parents was like, okay, needs help. I got a needs help with social skills or social capabilities, or something had to do with social something. So my mother and father, they were really gentle. They didn't get a bad report. It wasn't like they came home and was like, whatever. But I would get needs help in social skills, or I may be saying it wrong, but it had something to do with social capabilities. So I would get a needs help on that box. I remember my parents showed it to me. So this one time they came, this, and it didn't happen. I only think, I think it happened only once, because I was like, oh my God, I corrected it. So it wasn't a thing. I don't think it was a real thing. Like I was like a problem child or whatever. So it's not something I'm gonna get on video and be like, this was a problem. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. This is just something that I recall. This is a moment in my life that I recall. And it could have happened once or twice, but my parents were very, very diligent, and they education was paramount. So whatever the case may have been, I'm sure they corrected it. Here I am. Anyway, hello. So the needs help. My father or my mother, I'm not sure. One of them said, Erica, the teacher said that basically, I'm paraphrasing. This was 30 years ago. Please. Um, might be 40 years ago. I remember my mother or father saying, Erica, you're doing good. They give me a soft talk. So I was all right. It wasn't no hard talk. It was like a little soft talk. And they was like, you're doing good, whatever. And they said, Erica, I'm sure it was my father. He said, Erica, you talk too much. And he said, how black parents be like, you there to learn. They tell you there to learn. You're not here to play. You are not here to play. You're here to learn. So I had to hear that. And I'm like, okay, you know. And one of my parents said, Erica, your teacher said that you academically, you're on task. You're fine. However, you can't stop giggling, talking, passing notes. Once your work is done, you just like interrupting people. He ain't say that. This is me paraphrasing. But as a parent, as parents, they were saying, that's not what you go to school for. So I'm like, okay, I hear I know, I hear it. I heard y'all. Y'all said that like 50 times. I heard it. And then one of my parents said, they said the teacher told them, the teacher said, well, Erica, she's a good student and blah, 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 whatever. But she will disrupt the students around her. And I try to move her. And when I move her, she will make friends with whoever I move her to. And then she'll start talking to them. So basically, I'm like a little problem or whatever. So my parents was like, cut it out. And if you don't cut it out, we gonna cut it out up in here. My parents didn't use physical discipline. Eric got one whooping, I got 2.5. That 0.5, my father whooped me on my hand one time because I burnt his Afro pick on the stove. I was playing with the stove. So the 0.5 was for his Afro pick that I burnt on the stove, playing with the stove. With the fist on the end, that one. That was the 0.5. But we really didn't get whoopings. They didn't physically discipline us. They were more vocal. We got a lot of lectures, punishments, no phone. That didn't work. Eric is a boy. They was like, whatever. I was a girl. They was like, whatever. Because I wasn't old enough to get phone calls or whatever. So that phone stuff didn't work for me. So I was too small to get phone restrictions. But my mother tried it, though. Because, your girlfriend around the corner, they'll call you. 2 days in, she'd be like, Erica, telephone. Like, she'll tell me to get the phone. I'm like, I'm in, back. Hey. So my mother will put the punishment in. She'll put the phone restriction in. But like 2 to 3 days, I'm good money. I'm back on the phone. So they They disciplined us enough to where we only needed enough. And I guess they was like, okay, forget it. These are good kids. Like, why we doing this or whatever. So the punishment really didn't last that long. Back to PTA. Okay, I digress. Sorry. Back to PTA. So that was my thing. Where are my notes? I took a little bit of. I didn't get to print stuff out at work like I usually. Oh, I have it on my computer. Oh my god. Anyway, so my parents was like, can you please close your mouth and stop talking? I'm like, all right, here I go, and here I am to this day. So as far as PTA is concerned, the mission, every child, one voice. I think that's good. What happens when your parents go and the teachers aren't doing anything about it? All right, so let me move on to the first one. This one was real quick. That was what was it? PTA.org. All right, moving forward. The 8 moms reveal their PTA horror stories and prepare to be mortified. I'm not about to do it. I can see the format already. I'm not into the format. I'm not into how it's laid out. So I'm not about to sit and read. But there are 8 women that kind of talked about their PTA horror stories. So they are out there. I'll give you the intro. PTA meetings are, in my experience, who is this? This is from Life. No, it's from romper.com, romper.com. So I don't know who wrote this. It's from Romper. You just hadn't, y'all. PTA meetings are, in my experience, like stepping into the Thunderdome. I mean, they're really basically an emotionally charged interaction facilitated by all sorts of different parents with different parenting philosophies. And after over a decade of holding these meetings as a teacher, I found them to be hotbed for arguments, judgment, tension, and mommy shaming, which is why I wasn't surprised when the following 8 moms revealed their worst PTA horror stories. Guys, this isn't child's play. I really want to go into this. I do. It is 6:36 a.m. I really do. I'm not. I got other stuff. Today is my Friday. That's what we call it where I work. I work for the city. And we have different tours and rotations. And I work somewhere where it's 24 hours. So anyway, Thursdays are my Fridays because I'm off for Wednesdays are my Fridays. So I'm off on Thursdays and Fridays. So when we that's how we talk. That's our lingo. On Wednesdays, some of us be like, hey, it's my Friday. It's not. It's Wednesday. So Wednesday is my Friday. So anyway, I really want to get into this. I'm not. I really would. I just wanted to do it because I felt the need to just share. But PTA meetings are very important. I think it's very important to participate in your child's. Okay, this give me more time. I used to work in Far Rockaway. I used to work at Far Rockaway High School, and I was an after school participation coordinator. My job was it was kind of after I got off at 6, so I was there with the kids, but I kind of stayed later because it was the after school thing or whatever. So part of my job was to ensure that children, we targeted children that had consecutive absences, like 20 to 30 consecutive absences. So part of my job, I was part of this after school program at Far Rockaway High School. My job was to target students, look at their attendance, look at them, and find out who fell in the criteria. you had to be like consecutively absent ridiculously. So I had to target those children, and then I had to contact their parents because part of my job duties was to ensure parent participation. Now I don't know what that means. That's what they told me. They told me I was to ensure or encourage. I don't know what word they used, but I was to ensure or encourage, or it could have been another word, parent participation in the child's activities at school. This is Far Rockaway. Sorry if you're from Far Rockaway. Hello. It's a different. They Queens. Far Rockaway is Queens. Please, Far Rockaway is their own planet. They own planet. Far Rockaway is their own planet. They connected to Queens. I worked at the high school. They their own planet. I've never seen kids argue back and forth about who was blacker than the other. Never. Never. I heard it with my own two ears. I heard a couple students going back and forth. You blacker than me. No, I'm not. You blacker than me. I ain't blacker than you. You black. They was having an argument over who was the blackest. I was like, okay. And they had a daycare in the school, 2. And 3. It was a young lady, cute little girl. I would be in the halls, doing my business. And I would see this young lady, and she came to school regularly. Guess what? She came to school with her mother's bad-ass boots. Bedazzled, snakeskin, gold, whatever. This girl was wearing them to school, and she wasn't even that type of girl that you would think. You know how sometimes you see a young lady and she's like overdeveloped, or she looks more older, maybe some weave and makeup and stuff. Not this one. This girl was cute as a button. No weave, no makeup, no none. Her clothes was nice or whatever. She had but she wore them. She came with boots. She ain't even had an outfit for the boots, really. Her outfits didn't match the boots, but she had the boots, y'all. I'm telling y'all, stilettos, pointy toes, embellishments, boots I was looking at. So a couple times she just was coming down the hall. I spoke to all the students. I'm like, oh, hi. Here she come. Now I'm looking at your boots, girl. I don't even know how old you are. How old are you, child? So the first greet, I'm like, hi. She like, hi. Second time, I'm in for the boots, child. I'm here for the boots. I'm really here for the boots, for real. So I started calling her Boots. Now, I don't know if that's good or bad. Sue me. I don't know if that's good or bad. That was my nickname for her. And I was glad to see her regularly walking in them boots to class. At least she going. That's all I was thinking. I'm like, okay, at least she going. I couldn't get over the boots though. So when I would see her, I'd be like, hey, Boots. She'd be like, hey. Welcome to my world. So you get in where you fit in. And I don't even know what that child is doing right now or how she was doing. I was just all into her boots, and I knew she was wearing her mother's shoes to school every day. And she did it. Never seen that before. That child probably had to be, she wasn't a senior. I'll tell you that. She wasn't no senior. I'll give her 11th grade. I'll give her 11. She could have been a senior. I don't know. I didn't get to know her. She was just Boots. She was just Boots. I'll be like, hey, Boots. She like, hey. All right, back to school. Oh, Far Rockaway. All right. At one point, I tried to incorporate some stuff because my supervisor was like, Miss Pitts, you got something? You got something that we can incorporate into this program? I was like, So I did a little something. I did 2 things. I'm not getting into it. It made me feel good. One was a comedy show. Why am I being shy? One was a comedy show. I mean, like, I came all this way. I'm gonna act like I'm not talking. I came this way to talk and not talk. One was a comedy show. I love comedy. I love to laugh, right? So my supervisor was like, Miss Pitts, we got 2,000 in the budget, in the school budget, and we need to do something for the after. They needed a whole shebang at the end, and it was 2 grand in the budget. So, I mean, I got on the phone or whatever. I don't have connections like that. But I'm a comedy lover. And I might know a couple people. I'm not that girl. Don't do me. But I made a call. And I put on a comedy show at Fire Rockaway High, and I made flyers, and I'm proud of myself. And there are names that are like for real, for real. They for real. And one of the comics, I'm not saying nobody's name, one of the comics made a joke about my flyer. It was funny because nobody came. And I did it for parent participation. I'm trying to get the community involved. I'm trying to get the parents involved. I'm like, who doesn't like comedy? Let's do it. Bring them in. It was whatever. But my goal was to get the parents involved to at least come to the school. Y'all don't even care if the kid go. That's what I'm thinking. Y'all don't even care if this kid has 20 to 30 consecutive absences. That's what my target. I had to look at kids to see who were absent with this large amount of consecutive days. So my boss was like, Miss Pitts, can you come up with something to bring the parents in? I'm like, okay, maybe. Let me. I did it. 3 comics that are known. And it was good. And the turnout was not good. And one of them made a joke about it with my flyer, and I was flattered. So anyway, back to PTA. It's very important for parent involvement. You will be surprised how many parents. Just today, I can't because I'm bringing my work home with me. But you could have a kid that get in a fight right now in a train station with the cops, and you on your way to Vegas, and you tell whoever, I'm on my way to Vegas. Do what you gotta do. I'll be back. He's 16. He been doing this what he be doing, and I'm going to Vegas. And do what y'all gotta do. So you have to go back and forth with that. So PTA, let me stay on track. Back to PTA. It was a good thing. I heard the whole thing. Apply yourself. Apply yourself. Do, Eric, reading at 3, play so well with others. I heard all that. Reading at 3, play so well with others. But guess, I have one nugget. One day, and I'm going to end it there. We're at 23:31. I'm going to end it here. One day, my brother Eric was sitting at the kitchen table doing his homework. Now, we're small, so his homework is not major. It's little people homework. This is a memory. I still remember it. And it was images on his paper. So it's images of like vacuuming the floor, or it was images of activities. So the task was to write down what the activity was. So it could have been anything. It could have been a rake with leaves on a lawn, raking. It could have been anything. But the task was, this is an adjective. It was a picture of an adjective. And so my brother, reading at 3, excellent, perfect. It was one that he was stuck on. Eric, I don't know if you remember this. I do. It was one that he was stuck on. And it was an image of a picture, like a big, you have a big lemonade glass or water It's the pour, the canter. It's not a can. It's not. It's a bigger, like a jug. It's like a pitcher, like a glass pitcher, and it had a glass, and you could see the water coming out and going in. So my brother was stumped. He was just stumped on it. I'm sitting there minding my own business. I'm like, let me stop touching the phone because I had to redo this. Yeah, I was 3 minutes in. Okay, don't touch the phone. I told you, girl. I told me that. Stop touching the phone. So are we still on? Yeah. So we look. Eric couldn't get it. He just couldn't get it. I looked over. I looked at it. I said, poor. They was looking like I'm younger than him and he the damn genius. I said, that's poor. That's poor. But it fit, and that's what it was. A P probably was on the front of the dang on clue. I answered it. So my parents was stuck like, what are we making over here? We got one that we thought was one, and then we got the other one, that the free spirit that just answered the just answered the other one. They was always looking at us like, but they knew who we were. We are who we are. Right? We are who we are. So let me get out of here. 2622. So PTA. I just want to talk about the PTA and how Alamo City Moms. I'm glad. All right, Alamo ALAMO City Moms. Alamo City Moms, they have a piece that says PTAs are doing it wrong. What? Because I like to learn together. I really don't. Parent teacher. Oh, it's parent. Oh, I thought it was. Yeah, I did think that parent teacher associations (PTA) are doing it wrong. Oh, y'all, this y'all first sentence. Are doing it wrong. They spend too much time and energy on things that don't matter for our kids' education, and they leave out many of the people who desperately want to help them. All right, Alamo City Moms, y'all, they got smoke. They got PTAs spend, okay. Many PTAs hold elaborate fundraising events and enlist students to sell products to friends and family. This type of fundraising has gotten way out of hand. Maybe you've seen the form created by the North Texas PTA. All right, it's getting somewhere else. Fundraising. So that's a no-no. All right, we're moving on. PTAs create too many barriers for parents, especially working parents who want to participate. All right, so it goes into singles matter. When PTA meetings are scheduled during the workday, it sends a message to working parents that they are not welcome. General meetings should be held after the workday, period. I agree, because that's the only reason my parents, if it was during the workday, they would know my shenanigans. So, okay. For planning meetings, try to accommodate working parents. Get together early in the morning, right after dropping the kids off at school or over lunch hour. Use online tools like Doodle, DOOLE, for scheduling, and Skype for virtual meetings. So, okay, you have an alternative. My parents didn't. It had to be after 5, or it had to be in the evening. It had to be in the evening. Is there room for compromise? Yes. Here are many proposals for better PTAs. Do a modest amount of fundraising using the quote-unquote just send money approach of that brilliant North Texas PTA. Then spend the money where, listen, I don't have children. So but I was a child. So these are ways, and I'm not, because It's 6:53 a.m. I mean, really. So, okay. I think I'm done because it doesn't go any further than this. Is there a conclusion? The conclusion: if you are currently a leader or member at your kid's school's PTA or PTO, or are thinking of joining, please take a long, hard look at what your organization is doing. Change can come from within. It's important to create a culture that values learning complex academic material and is sensitive to all of our differences. This will provide our children the best chance to succeed in life. And really, isn't that the point? Question mark. All right. I just want to talk about parent teacher conferences. They're PTAs now, but when I was coming up, it was called a parent teacher conference. That's it. 8 moms did that. Don't have any paper to flip, and I'm out at 6:54 a.m. Can I do 7 a.m.? Can I do 6 minutes? Let's do 6 minutes. I'm gonna do 6 minutes. No, I'm not. Oh, it's a struggle. It's 6:55 a.m. My name is Erica LaShawn. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and I will see you later. Bye.